today's video, I'm going to share with you a LinkedIn profile audit. What it means is that I will share with you 3 to 5 things to improve on. Thank you so much for volunteering your profile, Jasmine. And I must say that she has improved on her profile drastically. All right. So if your profile does not look like hers, I suggest for you to consider some of these things that I'm also sharing with you. But because some of these things have already been fixed, so I would also share with you the pluses of this profile. All right, so let's dive into the video. The first thing I would like to do is to run you through what are some things that you definitely need to do, which are low-lying fruits. Anything else, when we talk about content strategy and all that, it takes a little bit of time, okay? So first things first is you need to, number one, at least have a banner. All right, so Jasmine actually uploaded a banner, which I think, great job. Okay, so banner, number one, must do certain things for you. It must tell people what you do. Number two, it must build your credibility in the industry. For me, because I teach both design and digital marketing, I have to decide on one, okay? So for me, right, because I think that I have been teaching digital marketing a little bit more, especially during COVID. So I think that this is something that is a little bit more important for me to tell people. Okay. So the best marketing doesn't feel like marketing. It's like a quote that really resonates with me and I would like to share it with people. So you could consider to share a quote that resonates with you that you really like as well. Okay. Number two is your profile. Now, if I am searching for someone on LinkedIn, you have to think about what is the word that you will search for. But let's say I'm looking for copywriting or copywriting trainer or I think it's called copywriting trainer, correct? Okay, can you see that these are the search results? My question to you is that which profile will you click on? Okay, this is very important because that is where profile picture will kick in. If I look at your profile and it looks like, oh, this lady or guy is professional, he or she looks professional, I would click on it, right? Number two, I would also pay attention to whether we have LinkedIn mutual connections on LinkedIn or not. Okay, that's why, right? Don't add every single person who reaches out to you. It affects and dilutes your profile, number one. Number two, if this person has been connecting with every single one, I don't think it adds any value to you, okay? Because if you don't know this person, you wouldn't even reach out to this person to connect with you with somebody. Does it make sense? Because if, let's say today, I'm really looking for a copywriter, right? Let's say, I'll be like, oh, okay, Michelle, maybe I should ask Michelle like whether she knows this person or not, before I reach out to this person. Does it make sense? Okay, so guess what? If all your mutual connection, all you don't know one, right? Then you'll be like, okay, so like it's the touch point is cold. Okay, so something to think about. Don't connect with everybody. Number two, your profile. I don't think that zoom out pictures are a good LinkedIn profile. And please do front views, don't do side view, whatever, even if your side view is very pretty or handsome. Okay, try to do front views as much as you can. Side views portray something else. So read up on body language. Headlines are very important. If you were to search design infographics trainer, I hope that if you search infographics design trainer, I come up though. Okay, so do a search. Let me know whether I come up or not. So you can see here, infographics design trainer, and Lin Fu comes up, Nikki Pua, and Sherman Tan. Okay, now which profile will you click on? I am paying attention to the headlines, and none of them said infographics design trainer. Okay, so that is something that I may not even click on any of them, and I would actually click on see all to kind of look at the profiles a little bit more. Okay, so that's something that to consider as well. But if you look at all these profile pictures, I think this is much better. It's bright as well. Okay, so choose good lighting, zoom in as well so that people can see you a little bit better. This is also very good profile picture. It's a bit angled. If you were to angle, I highly suggest for you to angle this way, like this guy did. Okay, zoom out shots not recommended. I highly recommend you to try updating your profile picture. And if zoom in, you just change it to zoom in. 30 days later, 60 days later, look at whether this has actually increased. 3 more things. So banner, very important, profile picture, your headline is also very important. Describe what you do. If you want more hits, more people being able to search for you, click through, you fix these things, you make sure you use words that people are searching for. Another thing that's really, really important is your top skills must match the headline. So if my top skills do not match the headline, is going to tell LinkedIn that your profile is a little bit confusing. Don't know whether to show your profile up or not. Services you can consider. Actually, if you ask me, I don't think I did my featured very well. In fact, if you ask me, right, I should feature things like engage me for infographics design training, engage me for personal branding training, beautify a PowerPoint with infographics training. Okay, so actually, in fact, I'm going to update this thing soon and I will be featuring them. So it's very clear when people come, they'll be like, oh, okay, I can engage this person for this 3 to 4 things, right? Because you can scroll, right? You can scroll to the right and total is 5 lah. I started to think about training about 2015. And that was because in 2013 to 14, we had a lot of clients, right, who asked me to explain what is SEO, what is Facebook marketing. And all my meetings, right, became 3 to 4 hours long. So it wasn't realistic for me. So a lot of clients, we charge a small fee to provide them some form of a training. And at that point of time, we only did 3 topics, Facebook, email marketing, and SEO, because these were services that we do then. Okay, but right now I actually focus more on social media, so those are topics that we train in as well. I realized that, wow, I trained for a few years, and then we even do SkillsFuture credit eligible courses. Then people will be like, when they come to my profile, right, especially during COVID, they will be like, oh, you do training, okay, then do you develop curriculum as well? So I realized, like, okay, something is not right. So I went to my LinkedIn profile and I realized that, okay, I did not say that I actually developed curriculum. So I added this. I said, I'm also a courseware developer. That is when people come to my profile these days, because if they read lah, okay, some people, they come to your profile, they also don't read, right? Okay, so then they will see like, oh, you have done these programs, you have done WSQ, and then they will engage you lah. Okay, so if let's say you are doing something in your company and you realize that people are still asking whether or not you provide this service, and you have been posting about it, right? But if you post, say, like a month ago, maybe people may not see it now if they come to your profile. Okay, also be very selective who you feature. So I train at a few training partners actually. Some are not listed here. I may list it as a description under what I do at Sky Digital Agency, but if it doesn't build my credibility as a trainer, right? Like, wow, to get into being able to teach at SUSS, not easy. Oh, wow, SBF. Then I'll add these things in. Sometimes, even as a business owner, helps you in your credibility, consider featuring it. Okay, I'm contemplating whether to move the mentoring thing below the Good Designers. Honestly, it's important for people to know what I do at the Good Designers as well. Try to use media to build your credibility, meaning like if people click on it, they'll be like, wow, okay, you did this. Let's go back to Jasmine's profile. So I don't remember seeing the banner last time, but I think this is very well done, because now it's very clear to me and I know that, wow, she has 5 branches. So banner is great. Now let's look at the headline. And headline, I would say that I would like to improve on this, because how would people search? Would people search trainer at Perky Lash, or will people search for eyelash trainers or eyebrow trainers, or some form of keywords in the industry that make sense? If I were Jasmine, I would say founder at Perky Lash or founder of Perky Lash. And I would also add that I do eyelash training for Beauty and Wellness Academy, something along that line. And that is how people would likely be searching. Okay, so if you see my profile, let's go to my profile. I don't say that I'm the founder of Sky Digital Agency. I also don't say that I'm the Chief Digital Marketing Officer at Sky Digital, at least on my headline. Because why? People will not search Chief Digital Marketing Officer. Or rather, there's a small percentage who might search. Think about the headline. Consider how people would search. Okay, but I also want you to pay attention to how many people are viewing your profile before you do the changes. And when you do the changes, give it about 30 days. You should also be posting at least once a week or once in 2 weeks. Adding a website just below your headline is good. However, this would be better. Okay, this link is going to be up on our YouTube channel soon. Take a look at our YouTube channel. I will try to link it in the description below as well. It's a video on how you should set up your Linktree. My Linktree can definitely be improved. In fact, if you ask me, I should have something where I do regularly every 2 months that is for myself to generate leads. So it's better to describe your link. So for me, it's strategy, talks, and workshop, and people can click, oh, you have a YouTube channel. Oh, you teach digital marketing. Some people say, book me for a call. Also can. So think of a call to action that people can do. So as you think of what kind of content to show up with, think about 1 to 2 things you would like people to think about as they see your content. For me, if I share about 5 tips about generative AI, and my call to action is to join me at my workshops or watch one of my YouTube videos on generative AI tips, that is the call to action that I'd like to share with people, and I would like them to consider joining me at my generative AI workshops. So even as a founder, think about what kind of call to actions you would like people to have. Next, let's talk about media under your experience. All this media, all very good. Ask yourself, when you show up on LinkedIn, what is one thing you want people to know about you? For Jasmine, she has shared a little bit during the recent workshop that she attended that she would like people to know about the technology of the equipment that she used that helps reduces, I think, skin sensitivity and things like that. So I would be spending a bit of time to talk about the technology. I would be spending a bit of time collecting reviews from customers. Sometimes you don't have to have the customer talk like a very long testimonial. Sometimes you can keep it short as well. When people come to my profile, I like them to know that number 1, I teach digital marketing and what subjects I've taught before. Okay, so any curriculums that I've built, right, all will be listed out. And these are only topics that I have built for our agency. So the description in your experience matters as well. As you write it, look at describing who you help, who this is for. Also, what are some call to action that they can do, whether it's a form, a website link that they can click to get in touch with you, or even your email that they can write to you. Kickstart their own career in this sector. Try to see how you could optimize this such that people would be able to understand and what is a link that they can inquire with you about. A website is also important. So if you take a look at mine, right, the website is always somewhere. Social media handles, email, right? So you can say like, get in touch with me if you like to learn more about how to pick up the skills and start your own career in this sector. I could add in testimonials of participants who have attended my workshops and how they have started their own career in this sector, things like that. Let me wrap this video up with a very quick comparison on 2 more things that I realized. Featured posts. So what are some posts to feature so that people would know that they can get in touch with you for this kind of work? I mentioned this in the earlier part of the video that I would like to categorize how people can engage and work with me. That would be through curriculums, whether it's personal branding for a particular sector of people like adult educators, working professionals. Remisers is a new project that I've been working on, which I'm featuring it. Okay, but I think I could do better this way. But Jasmine could also consider featuring some posts on her feed that would help people to know that, okay, these are things that I could work with Jasmine together on. If you are setting up your LinkedIn profile as a founder, as a business owner, you might want to create a page for your business first, and you want to add in a logo for your page. Like, for example, I would create a page for Perky Lash Private Limited and Perky Lash Beauty Academy. Sky Digital Agency's logo, SPF, SMU, the good designers. The content that you show up, hopefully the hashtags that you use match your top skills, match your experience and skills as well. So if you have done and added your experience, remember to add your skills. Remember to be talking about these skills. Remember to be using the hashtags of these different skill sets that you have used or mapped to. Look into these things, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Happy to take a look.